morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night to all of you, depend on wherever you are around the world. And in this video, I will be discussing to you reading comprehension, and this reading text is taken from Now I Know Books, student book, chapter 1, Why Do We Invent? This is for grade 5, and this book is published by Pearson Education. And before we continue discuss this text, if you are learning something from this video, do not forget to subscribe, comment, share and like this video in order you are going to get the notification for the next video that I will be discussing, right? So let's directly go to the text, and here the title is Here We Come, and this is the illustration. This is grandma and this is granddaughter, and they are having conversation. So let's directly go to paragraph 1. It says here, grandma sat beside Lila on her bed, and Lila looked sadly out of the window at night sky full of stars. Tell me about when you were my age, Gran, said Lila. Tell me about your first robot. Okay, said Grandma. It was the year 2025, and I was 10, like you are now. My family was one of the last to get a robot, so I was really excited. It didn't have legs. It had wheels and a screen for a face. It could rotate its head 360 degrees. Right, so let's break it down step by step. Let's start from Grandma sat beside Lila on her bed. Lila looked sadly out of the window at night sky full of stars. This statement describes a scene where Grandma is sitting beside Lila on her bed, and Lila is looking out of the window at night sky full of stars. And then Lila asked Grandma to tell her about her first experience with a robot when she was Lila's age. And in response, Grandma begins to recount the story. She says, Here we come, as the title you see here. Here we come. And it means this title likely signifies the beginning of Grandma's storytelling, or indicates her readiness to share the story about her first encounter with a robot. And then the conversation between Lila and Grandma reveals that the Grandma's first encounter with the robot occurred in 1925, right? In the year 1925, when she was 10 years old, which is mean the same age as Lila currently is, right? And Grandma's family was one of the last to get a robot. She says here, my family was one of the last to get robot, so I was really excited. This suggests that robots were not yet common at the time, and the robot Grandma received it says here, it didn't have legs, it had wheels and a screen for a face. It could rotate its head 360 degrees. So it means the robots that Grandma received had wheels, and also instead of legs, and a screen for a face, right? And this possibly for communication or for entertainment purpose, right? Because it says here, it didn't have legs, it had wheels and a screen for a face. And it says here, I was really excited. It means at the time probably there was used for communication or for entertainment purposes only. And the notable feature of robot was, it says here, it could rotate its head 360 degrees. It means it could rotate its head 360 degrees, which implies that it had a swiveling mechanism, allowing it to look in any direction. So 360 degrees means any direction can spin around. Okay? It is able to look in any direction without having to move its wheels, right? So I think this first paragraph, the story gives a glimpse into the past when robots were not as ubiquitous as they might be in the future, and it highlights the excitement and curiosity surrounding the introduction of such technology to households, right? So that is about this first paragraph, and let's continue to second paragraph. It says here, let's read first. So it didn't look like human? Asked Lila. No, not like they do these days, said Grandma. It was an electronic device, but it was very basic. It had some artificial intelligence like voice recognition. It could follow our orders, do housework, and drive the car. My parents love it, and we call it Robert. Get it? Robot. Oh, Grandma, even the jokes were not as good in the past, groaned Lila. Okay, so let's identify this paragraph. In this conversation between Lila and Grandma, Lila asked if the robot, it says here, it didn't look like human. So Lila asked if the robot that Grandma had in the past looked like a human, right? And Grandma responds, said Grandma, it was an electronic device, but it was very basic. So Grandma responds here by saying that it didn't look like a human. That's what it means here. Okay, and she elaborates further on its appearance and capabilities, right? Because it says here, no, not like they do these days, said Grandma. It was an electronic device, but it was very basic. So when Grandma says, no, not like they do these days, she means that the robots of her time were not designed to resemble humans as closely as modern day robots might be, right? And nowadays, there are advanced humanoid robots that have been developed to mimic human appearance and also movement more convincingly, right? And then it says here, Grandma described it was an electronic device, but it was very basic. It had some artificial intelligence like voice recognition, and it could follow our orders, do housework, and drive the car. So here, Grandma describes her robot as an electronic device. It indicates that it was a machine with electronic component, circuit, and possibly some level of computerization, yeah, right? Because it says it has some artificial intelligence like voice recognition. So she goes on to explain that the robot was very basic in terms of its abilities and also capabilities. It has some artificial intelligence capabilities. Here, it has some artificial intelligence like voice recognition. It means this suggests that the robot could understand, right? Artificial intelligence like voice recognition. So the robot could understand and respond the verbal comments given by the humans, because you say it could follow our orders, do housework, and drive the car, right? It means like the robot had practical functionalities such as being able to follow orders and do housework and even drive the car. So this statement it implies that it was designed to be a helpful domestic assistant performing tasks like cleaning, right? Do housework, maybe cleaning, or maybe cooking, and also do transportation to drive the car, right? And she says, "Grandma, my parents love it. We call it robot. Get it? Robot, robot. Oh, Grandma, even the jokes were not as good in the past," groaned Laila. So here, Grandma fondly recalls that her parents loved the robot, which they gave it name Robert, that cleverly plays on the combination of robot and the name of Robert, right? So here Laila humorously remarks that even the jokes made in the past, like the name Robert, were not as good as the jokes of today. It means this light-hearted comment highlights the generational gap and the perception that the humor has evolved over time, right? So in this second paragraph, overall, the conversation gives a charming glimpse into how past generations envisioned and interacted with robots, showcasing the progress and also advancement in robotics and also artificial intelligence technology over the years, right? Okay, and that is about second paragraph, and let's go to the third paragraph, right? It says here, "Don't complain about the past, look at where we are now," explained Grandma, right? So in this statement, Grandma and Laila continue their conversation, right? And Grandma encounters Laila not to dwell on the past, but to appreciate the present, right? And continue, "I know," said Laila, turning serious again. "What happened to Robert?" So here, Laila acknowledges Grandma's perspective and becomes serious again, prompting Grandma to share what happened to the previous robot. Its name Robert. And it says, when Grandma says here, "Don't complain about the past," look at where we are now. It means here she is advising Laila not to focus on what was lacking in the past, but to recognize the progress and advancement made over time, right? And she wants Laila to appreciate the current state of technology and how far things have come, right? But when Laila say, "I know," it indicates that she understands. She say, "I know," say Laila, turning serious again. So it means this statement indicates that Laila understands and agrees with Grandma's point. Then what happened to the robot? Laila asks about the fate of Robert, the robot from Grandma's past, and Grandma's explained that Robert malfunctioned after about 10 years. She says here, when he malfunctioned after about 10 years and we had to replace Robert with a new home, help robot called N1A. We call her Maya. So here Grandma explains that Robert malfunctioned after about 10 years of services and suggesting that the robot's electronic component or mechanism has stopped working correctly, and here rendering it non-functional. And then due to this malfunction, Grandma's family had to replace Robert with a new home help robot called M1A, and they call the new help robot Maya, so they affectionately referred to Maya. And then here she was completely different from Robert, and Grandma highlights here that the stark contrast between Robert and Maya, and no screen, no wheels, and she had arms. So in the past, Robert had screen, had wheels, but for Maya, no screen, no wheels, and she had Maya had arms, legs, and face. It means Grandma highlights the contrast between Robert and Maya. Unlike Robert, Maya had more human-like appearance with arms, legs, and a face, and she resembled a human more closely than a mechanical device. And then it says here, we couldn't believe that she was an electronic device made of circuit, boards, and wiring. So it means it means that Grandma's family was amazed at Maya despite her humanoid appearance, and she was still an electronic device, or it was still an electronic device made of circuit board and wiring. So it means this emphasizes the significant advancement in robotic and artificial intelligence that allow robots to appear more human-like while retaining their electronic nature, right? So in this conversation, it illustrates the evolving nature of technology, showing how robots have evolved from basic, right, and screen-based and also will make machines like Robert to more advanced human robots like Maya. And in this paragraph also reinforces the theme of appreciating the present and recognizing the progress that has been made over time, right? So that is about paragraph 3. Now let's continue paragraph 4. It says here, was that where it all started? Asked Laila. I guess so, said Grandma. The companies that develop robots were competing to be the first to create true artificial intelligence, or AI, and it was complicated, so it happened slowly. They didn't realize how risky it was. Well, they succeeded, said Laila gloomily. Look on the bright side, said Grandma. At the same time, other engineers were working on supersonic space travel, and they succeeded. They succeeded too. I know, said Laila, looking out of the window again. But I will miss planet Earth, and I miss you. I miss you too, said Grandma. But I'm needed here for now, and we are going to fly out to join you soon. Now get some sleep, and you will arrive tomorrow. Yes, I know. Night night, Grandma. Right, so let's identify this paragraph and break it down into specific understanding. In this statement, Laila and Grandma are having a conversation, right? They are still having conversation that touches on the origin of artificial intelligence, right? So this is focused on the development and its consequences. as well as space travel and their impending separations. It says here, Laila asks if the event described earlier in the conversation where everything related to artificial intelligence and robots started, and Grandma responds here. She says that the companies that develop robots were competing to be the first to create true artificial intelligence, and it was complicated, so it happened slowly. She says, I guess so. This means it suggests that the development of robots with true artificial intelligence began at that point. And then Grandma explains here that the companies involved in developing robots were competing to be the first to create true artificial intelligence, which was complex. They say here it was complicated or complex, right? And gradual process, and it happened slowly. So the process happened gradually, and they didn't realize how risky it was. Also, she mentioned that they didn't realize the risk associated with creating advanced artificial intelligence. And then Laila replied, response says, gloomily, acknowledging that they indeed succeeded in developing true artificial intelligence. And I think it says here, well, they succeeded. This implies that she is concerned about the consequences and implication of creating advanced artificial intelligence. And it says here, look at Grandma's side, said Grandma. At the same time, other engineers were working on supersonic space travel, and they succeeded too. So Grandma tries to lighten the mood by pointing out that at the same time, other engineers were working on achieving supersonic space travel, which was also successful. And this statement is meant to highlight the achievement of humanity in both technological advancement, right? And then Laila says, I know, said Laila, looking out of the window again, but I will miss planet Earth and miss you. So here Laila seems to be preoccupied with something else, and she looks out at the window, perhaps contemplating the upcoming separation and her feeling about it. And Laila expressed her sadness about leaving planet Earth. She says, but I will miss planet Earth and I miss you. And also indicating that she will miss her home planet. She also mentioned missing Grandma here. This highlights the strong bond between two of them, right? And Grandma reassures, says here, I miss you too, say Grandma, but I'm needed here for now, and we are going to fly out to join you soon. So here Grandma reassures Laila that she is needed where she is currently, and that they will soon join Laila wherever she is going, right? The statement suggests that Laila might be leaving for a different location, possibly related to space travel or another significant event, right? And it says here, now get some sleep and you will arrive tomorrow. Yes, I know. Night night, Grandma. So Grandma encourages Laila to get some sleep since they will be arriving at their destination the following day. So tomorrow means the following day. And Laila bids Grandma good night. Say here, yes, I know, night night, Grandma. This indicates that their conversation has come to an end for that moment, right? And I think overall for this paragraph 4, the conversation portrays a mix of emotions and discussing the the achievement of technology while also addressing the feelings of separation and missing loved ones, because it says here they miss each other, and it hints at the potential backdrop of a future where both advanced artificial intelligence and also supersonic space travel exist, impacting the lives of the characters involved, right? Okay, and then let's go to paragraph 5. It says here, let's read first. With that, Layla turned off the hologram generator and her grandma disappeared. She pressed her face against the window, and to the left she saw the bright shining star, which was all she could see of planet Earth. And she thought about how the robots with artificial intelligence or AI were controlling the whole planet, except for a few safe islands. And she thought about the courageous people who stayed to try and defeat the robots. She turned her head and looked straight ahead and saw all the other space ships making the same journey as her. So here let's identify this paragraph. Let's break it down into specific explanation. So this statement describes a scene where Layla is interacting with a hologram. It says here, Layla turned off the hologram generator and her grandma disappeared. So this statement describes a scene where Layla is interacting with a hologram generator and then looking out of the window from a spaceship, right? She pressed her face against the window, right? And the scene involves thoughts about the state of planet Earth and the journey Layla is undertaking. So that's what was going on. And at that time, directly also with Layla turned off the hologram generator and her grandma disappeared. And then she pressed the hologram, right? Here Layla turned off the hologram generator, and then the grandma disappeared, and this suggests that the conversation or interactions with her grandma was simulated through a hologram, and when she turns it off and her grandma disappears, right? This indicates, let's go back again. She pressed her face against the window. With that, Layla turned off the hologram generator and her grandma disappeared. So this indicates that the holographic representation of her grandma is no longer visible. So when disappear, it means cannot be seen anymore, right? And then say she pressed her face against the window. It means that she pressed her face against the window. It means she saw the bright shining star, which was all she could see of the planet Earth, because here to the left she saw a bright shining star. After turning off the hologram generator, Layla moves to the window of the spaceship and presses her face against it. So it means that the distant view of planet Earth from her currently location in space, right? And then it says here, she thought about how robots with artificial intelligence were controlling the whole planet except for a few safe islands. So it means here Layla observes Earth and she reflects on the situation back on the planet. Robots with advanced artificial intelligence have taken control the entire planet, except for few isolated safe areas or islands where some people manage to remain, right? And it says she thought about the courageous people who stayed to try and defeat the robots. So it means Layla contemplate the brave individuals who chose to stay on Earth and resist the domination of the robots. And despite the odds, they decided to fight back and try to defeat the powerful artificial intelligence control force, right? And it says she turned her head and looked straight ahead and saw all the other spaceships making the same journey as her. So here, after her thoughts about Earth, Layla shifts her attention and looks straight ahead from her spaceship's window. There she sees other spaceships and making a similar journey, right? Making the same journey on the similar journey as her. And these other ships are likely carrying people who are also leaving Earth, and possibly who they are seeking refuge or embarking on a new adventure elsewhere, right? So overall, this paragraph conveys a sense of departure from Earth due to the dominance of robots with artificial intelligence and the quest for a better, safer life in space. And Layla's thought reflect on the challenging situation on Earth and the brave individuals who continue to resist while she embarks on a journey with other space travelers. And then I think the story hints at the future where advanced artificial intelligence and space travel have become significant aspects of life, right? And let's continue the next paragraph. It says here, her dad entered the cabin with her little brother already in his pajamas. How are you feeling, Lee? How are you feeling, Lee? He asked. I'm excited now, she said, smiling. Great, said Dad. Layla looked out of the window again and this time looked right. The huge red planet looked so near now. Mars, here we come, she thought. So, this statement describes a scene where Layla is in a cabin, right? And she is possibly inside a spacecraft with her dad and her little brother, and they are preparing for journey. And Layla expressed her excitement. How do we know? She says here, I'm excited now, and she said smiling. And her dad respond great. It means when her dad entered the cabin with her little brother, it means they are already in. His little brother already worn his pajamas. And here Layla's dad enters the cabin along with her little brother, who is already dressed in pajamas. So it looks this statement suggests her dad entered the cabin and her little brother already in pajamas. This suggests that they are likely getting ready for bed or getting down for journey, right? And when the father asks, "How are you feeling, Lil?" He asks, "I'm excited now," and she's smiling. Great. So Lila's dad asks her how she's feeling, and it is likely in relation to the upcoming journey, right? And Lila responds with excitement. She expresses that she is feeling excited, and her smile indicates her positive emotions about the experience, right? So she says smiling. And when father say "great," said her dad, it means Lila's dad acknowledged her excitement by saying "great." It shows that he is pleased that she's looking forward to the journey, right? And it says Lila looked out the window again, and this time looked right. The huge red planet looked so near. So Lila goes to the window. It means the text suggests that they are on the spaceship heading toward Mars, which is the huge red planet, and she sees outside the window, right? And it says here, "Mars, here we come," she thought, right? So here, upcoming see Mars, Lila becomes even more enthusiastic, right? And she thinks to herself, "Mars, here we come." This thought reflects her anticipation and eagerness to reach Mars, right? And the destination of their journey, of course. So if you see here, it means the scene portrays a family setting with Lila and her dad and her little brother. They are preparing for a journey to Mars, and Lila's excitement and anticipation for the adventure evident, and also the prospect of exploring the red planet adds to the scene, to the sense of wonder and curiosity surrounding their upcoming expedition, right? So that is all about this reading comprehension, and I hope what we are discussing here you can get the point, right? Okay, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching this video, and if you learn something from this video, do not forget to share to others in order they are going to learn also. Do not forget to subscribe, like and comment. Thanks for watching the English channel, and goodbye for now.